Hi guys, so we've been hearing a lot in the news about how Brexit is going to impact trade between the UK and the EU, especially at the border of Dover and Calais, where there will be queues and border checks. Now, I think it's also important to remember that there is going to be disruption within the EU itself. And you can see on the screen here, this is a report from Euronews. Now, they're going to talk about the use of the land bridge. So until the end of the Brexit transition period, the Republic of Ireland haulage companies in that country were using the UK as a land bridge. So ferries would travel from Dublin into Holyhead, then they would travel across country to Dover and then eventually cross the border either by Eurotunnel or by ferry itself into mainland Europe. Now, because of Brexit and the additional checks that are going to be put on goods moving across the border, the haulage companies have decided to go a different route. So let's see what they had to say in this report.
England has always been a convenient land bridge for Irish haulage companies moving product to and from mainland Europe through numerous ports such as Calais and Rotterdam without restrictions. 200 kilometres away from Dublin, Robespierre port is gearing up for major changes to prepare for increased haulage traffic. €100 million is being spent on new approach roads, car parks and infrastructure, while one Danish ferry operator is launching a new service of 6 sailings per week from Robespierre to Dunkirk in France.
We've also seen a significant increase in direct sailings from Robespierre Europort to mainland Europe. Robespierre Europort is the closest port to mainland Europe, and from January we'll be going from our current services, which are 5 per week, to mainland Europe. We'll be increasing that to 14 direct services a week from January, moving to 15 from March.
Management at Robespierre Port say its sailings to Cherbourg and Bilbao in Spain may take longer, but they will bypass long lines at ports in England, which in recent years were accessible with ease. Over €100 million is to be spent on building infrastructure to cope with additional traffic here in the coming months. For many truckers, moving goods through this port onto mainland Europe will be a slow and inconvenient way. But Brexit is here, and that inconvenience is going to be the new reality.
And he's correct. This is the new reality. So if we just go back to our map again, you can see here that in order to avoid the customs checks in the UK, the haulage company have decided to go directly to France and to Spain. Now, it will add extra time, but that specific time is guaranteed. So, for example, the haulage company will say it will take us longer to get the goods to the final destination, but we can guarantee that time. Unfortunately, if we continue to deliver goods through the UK and use it as a land bridge, we won't be able to guarantee time, guarantee the delivery time. Now, guaranteeing a longer delivery time is better for trade, is better for the end customer, because at least they know exactly when the goods will arrive. Not being able to guarantee the delivery date is a huge problem. Now, this is going to create problems for the haulage industry and for Ireland. And it's important to remember that Ireland did not vote for Brexit. The UK voted to leave. Ireland did not leave. But Ireland is going to suffer probably the biggest impact of any country within the European Union. I've said this before. The Irish government wanted a deal. They wanted a good deal. They would actually have preferred for the UK to stay within the customs union, because it would have avoided these problems. And this is also a loss of money for communities along the way, because truckers would normally arrive in Holyhead, many lorries. They would spend time there, they would buy snacks, they would provide money for the local community in Holyhead. Then they would travel further down the country and stop along the way and spend money in local towns and villages along the way. That's going to end. Now, some lorries may continue to use the land bridge, but in order to avoid the delays both in Holyhead and at Dover, they would prefer to use the ferry system directly from Ireland to mainland Europe. And you can't really blame them for that. So, as the reporter said, this is pretty much going to be the new normal. Until the UK eventually in some time in the future rejoins the customs union, this will be the status quo. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot. I want to say a big thank you to all of my patrons. You ensure that this channel continues to exist. I'm eternally grateful for all of your support. If you join Patreon, you will receive instant access to our Discord server, where we have both audio and video chats. You can chat with me and other patrons, where we discuss important and non-important issues. Becoming a patron per month costs about the same as a large coffee, so why not check it out?